1970 Superbird.
It's numbers matching 440 Super Commando. I was sitting in someone's backyard for about 25 years.
It does have some things that detract from the value. This is probably the least desirable powertrain you could get in one of these. Are you ready for some bad news? As nice as it is, I'm not at your number. Turn your driving dreams into a reality at Hemmings.com, the world's most trusted collector car marketplace since 1954. Hemmings offers live online auctions and tens of thousands of collector cars, trucks, and bikes daily. Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Colin.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
Chris, thanks for bringing out your car.
Absolutely.
Winged Warrior.
Yeah.
How did I get so lucky to have this in here today?
Something special about a Superbird.
There is. Beside the fact of needing to have a bigger garage.
Yes, exactly. A little longer than normal.
A little length to them.
Yes.
So,
yeah, big nose cone.
So tell me a little about your history with this Superbird.
Yeah, I've had the Superbird. I think I bought it in 2016.
Okay.
A good friend of mine, Julius Restoration, actually acquired the car. I was sitting in someone's backyard for about 25 years. And I went to his shop actually to get some work done on another car and seen this setting there.
Yeah.
And I had to have it.
Okay. So you're a MOPAR guy.
I'm a MOPAR guy.
You're wearing MOPAR hoodies,
Yes.
so that kind of gave it away.
Yes.
I mean, you did cut your hair a little shorter in the back than I expected for a MOPAR guy, but that's okay.
Yes.
Other than the little history you gave me, is it numbers matching? Is it a...
Yes, numbers matching, 440 Super Commando.
Okay.
4-barrel and 727 automatic Torqueflight, and all numbers matching car.
All right. Awesome. You know the general premise why you're here.
Yes.
You've somehow foolishly agreed to do this.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is we're going to usher you away.
Okay.
And I'm going to check it out.
Okay.
I'll pull you back in here.
All right.
We'll have a little conversation and see if we can still be friends or not.
All right, let's do it.
All right. We'll come and get you in a little bit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I've done my inspection of Chris's 1970 Superbird. Now, we're not going to get into the big history of the Winged Warriors from MOPAR, but obviously 1969 was the Dodge Daytona. 1970 was the Superbird. They made a lot more Superbirds than they did Daytonas. Now, for years, everybody said they made 1,920 Superbirds. That number is kind of in flux. The commonly accepted number is around 1,950, but some people say they could have made like 2,300. So we'll leave that part alone, but needless to say, they are a rare vehicle, especially today. And they're also an insane looking vehicle with this added on nose cone and the huge rear wing and all that. So you never mistake a Superbird for anything else. That being said, again, I've looked over Chris's car. It's an FY1 high impact color, which is called top banana on a Dodge, but on a Plymouth, it's called lemon twist. Whatever you call it, it's a high impact bright color. This car was restored by Julius. Julius has been around forever. Restorations by Julius is a known quantity in the world of MOPAR. He knows how to restore these cars correctly, and he's done it for years, and it's a brand. So if you say you have a MOPAR restored by Julius, people know the car is going to be pretty damn good. This car is pretty damn good. Now I can go around and point out some minor details. These were kind of a rush order for homologation. They had to put on this nose cone, extend this front end, do all this stuff. So fit and finish on a regular old Roadrunner 1970 was not good. It didn't get any better on the Superbird. It was obviously restored not to be, gold level concourse car. Like, it has a reproduction windshield, so it doesn't have the correct markings on some of the glass. The paint is nice and flat. The top fits really nice. Originally from the factory, they had some pretty crude stuff back here. It looks like it was smoothed out during restoration. The distinctive wing, everybody goes right to this for these cars. It's all there, everything's nice. The chrome is extremely nice. The decals are all correct. Again, I can't really fault this car on its overall condition. It's as nice as you would expect a car that gets driven to be. Underneath the car, it's factory spec. It has a little light undercoating like they would have done from new. The suspension's all detailed, everything looks right, all the nuts and bolts are right. It has correct polyglass tires, the original MOPAR Rally wheels. It just presents as what it is, a really, really good Superbird. So let's look under the hood. Now, Superbirds were available with 3 engine configurations. This is the base engine. It's a 440 Super Commando. It's 440 cubic inches, single 4-barrel, 375 horsepower. It's backed by an automatic transmission. So in the world of desirability, this is probably the least desirable powertrain you could get in one of these. The good news is it's still a Superbird. If you went to the next engine option up, you could get a 446 pack, triple 2-barrel carburetors, and then of course you'd have the Hemi. So the 426 Hemi is in kind of a league of its own when it comes to value, but we're not here saying what something could be worth if it was different. What we're looking at today is a 440 Super Commando with an automatic. It is the original engine. I have verified the VIN on the side of the block. The date code and engine codes on this top pad are all correct. The carburetor is correct. The ignition coil has the right silk screening on it. The radiator is a correct numbered unit. It has the original fender tag, and the fender tag is really the most important part on a MOPAR. This tells you how the car was born. A lot of these got lost or replaced. This is an original assembly line fender tag. It's the original tag for the car. If that were missing, that would be a huge problem. But it's here. It calls out the color. It's the correct lemon twist color, black final top like all Superbirds, black interior. Everything's on there, all makes sense. Most B bodies have what they call a secondary VIN stamped in the core support. However, it should be right in this area under the sticker. I don't feel it from the backside, but it is not uncommon that these Superbirds wouldn't have the secondary VIN here. I did feel underneath the trunk lid lip and did feel the imprint of a VIN, so I do think it has a secondary VIN back there. So all that is good. So let's take a look at the inside. Now, if you're familiar with late 1960s MOPAR taxi cabs, you'll feel right at home in here. MOPAR did not do anything special in a Superbird interior. It's all standard B-body fare, which is to say it's not super fancy, it's not over the top. You have the little beep beep horn from a Roadrunner, and this car has obviously rally instruments, tack, clock, gauges. Again, it's simple and clean. These were meant to be a road-going version of a NASCAR high-banked oval Warrior, so this is what you get. We have the keys, so let's fire it up and see how that Super Commando sounds. It lights right up, the tack works, the clock is working, all the gauges are up, the beep beep horn works. Just for the heck of it, let's try those concealed headlights and see if they work. Now these headlights are vacuum operated, so they can be lazy. All right, so the vacuum operated pop-up headlights work, all the gauges work, bucket seats and a center console. The console is very nice. These are tricky to get right, get all the pot metal chrome right. Top-notch restoration, very nice inside, nothing to fault here. Snag the key and we'll look in the trunk. All right, so one thing they did have to do is they had to limit how high this trunk lid went up on a Superbird, because otherwise you would have an obvious issue with wing interference. So if you're planning to throw bodies in here or let your wife take you to go grocery shopping or whatever the case may be, just remember you're not going to have the same easy ingress and egress as you would with a regular B-body. Now, back here is where I was talking about the secondary VIN. It should be right in this location, and I can kind of feel where it's stamped right in here, but I'm not going to pull this weather strip out and ruin Chris's glue on his weather strip for him. This car is very nice and clean. I don't see any pitting in the trunk floor. The quarter panels all look really nice. They're so nice, I can't tell if they've been replaced or not. Obviously, again, when it's restored by a guy who knows what he's doing, they know how to put them in. So if it had quarter panels, they did a full quarter, and they did it all the way the factory would. So I'm impressed with the finish in the trunk as well. So I've done my appraisal of Chris's 1970s Superbird. While it has a lot of great things going for it, it does have some things that detract from the value. Chris has said he has no original paperwork for the car, which, although it's not the kiss of death on a MOPAR, it would be really nice to have a factory broadcast sheet or some ownership history, original window sticker or something like that. That would help the value. It's not the middle or the top engine choice. It's a U-code 440 Super Commando, which was the base engine. So despite some deficiencies, we do have a really nice number 2 condition Superbird. So I know what I think it's worth. We're gonna go pull Chris in here, have a conversation, and see if my number lines up with his. Let's go get him. Hey, Chris.
How you doing?
Well, I don't know, I'm more worried about you. Are you ready for some bad news?
I don't think we'll have bad news.
Obviously, I've done my appraisal of your car. I have a number in my head, but first, what's your number? You bought it, you own it, you know what I mean, no interest like self-interest, as my dad always said. So what do you think it's worth?
I think it's in the eye of the beholder. No.
Right, that too.
But I think the market on something like this nice, the way it's done, would be anywhere between $225,000 to $250,000.
I agree. The car's very nice. It's a solid number 2 car. Julius is a good restorer. You've got all the right stuff. Its numbers matching. You know, would be great to have a broadcast sheet. Yes, you know, a window sticker or something like that. But you know, MOPARs are pretty well documented. So I'm not at your number. You know, there's been some recent sales, and obviously we know that, you know, a 6-pack or a 4-speed or any of that stuff, you know, if it was a Hemi, it'd be in the stratosphere. But my number today, as nice as it is, again, I hope we can still be friends, but I think it's around 200. 200. So there's been a couple that have sold recently, and you know, like you can look at price guides and all that stuff, but you know, as an appraiser, you look at recent sales, and the recent sales are kind of supporting that, you know, high hundreds, low 200s number, and I think you're kind of squarely in the middle of that at 200. So,
well, it's not a bad day when you get 200 for a Superbird, right?
Right, 200 for a MOPAR with a funny wing on the back. You know, come on, but
that wouldn't sell back in '70.
Yeah, no, it's a cool car. I mean, these Winged Warriors are certainly a special group.
Yes.
And I'm glad you're not doing a Bo Duke and sliding across the hood to throttle me right now. But you have an awesome car. I know you have a collection of awesome MOPARs.
Yes.
And really appreciate you bringing it out. And let me take a look.
Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. I think it's fair. I mean, maybe it's a tad low, but I mean, he's appraising cars kind of for the market. I think if someone were to want to buy this Superbird and look at it, it's hard to find. As he said, a number 2, maybe it's a 1.5, but hard to find them in this condition.